Before we get too lost into the weeds of Microsoft Access itself and how to use it and how to build within it, I thought we could first at least step back a bit and answer the question of what exactly is Microsoft Access and what do you use it for? Kind of at a high level, what Microsoft Access is it is a relational database application. And by relational, what that means is that you have data stored in various tables that somehow go together. They relate to each other. Sort of to demo an actual live database, I just opened up one of the pre-built templates that Microsoft Access offers. This was their contact management database. And you'll notice when you open it, you'll see all of the various objects over here in the object panel. The ones to really focus on are the tables. Now, if I open up a table, now in these templates, these tables may not be filled out with data, but what you can see is the layout for the table ready to accept data. So in this contacts table, you'll see that there are various fields where you can store data. The company, last name, first name, email address, on and on and on. Various fields where you would store contact data. Now you may be looking at this and saying, well, this looks kind of like a spreadsheet. I could probably just create a spreadsheet and type this data in, and that would accomplish all my goals. Well, where Microsoft Access can take you and where the value of a relational database comes into play is that you can add this particular data. Let's go ahead and just use their form here. Maybe we can add one, for instance. I can just create Bob Smith, works at ABC Corporation. You see how there's drop-down lists here? Sometimes on these forms there may be something available. Not this time, probably because I haven't had a record before, but let's say he's the president of the company, and here's his email address at abc.com. And whatever, you just keep going, fill in all of this data and such. So from this form, this data goes into the table. A lot of times you have to close the table and open it back up to see, you can see the latest data. So this here, you might be looking at and saying, boy, I can just accomplish that with a spreadsheet. So why do I need to use Access for this? And what you will notice here, though, this is where the relational aspect of Access comes into play. As you see, this first record that's in this table has an ID number of 1. This is Access starting to build out the fact that the data in this table may be able to relate to data in additional tables you may create down the road. So you may have, let's say this table here, I've got a contact information. And maybe in another table, I have information about orders. For instance, like how many products that Bob Smith ordered from my company. What you can then do is relate the tables back to each other so that you don't just have random pieces of data in different spreadsheets or on different tabs of a Excel workbook or such. You can kind of join everything together. Without getting too deep into how data all joins together and such, what I really just wanted to give you is an overview of why people select Microsoft Access and the power behind it, and why you may not necessarily choose to use a spreadsheet, but instead may want to choose a database. And that's really the main kind of point of this video, is just to show you how the structure of Microsoft Access, by being able to assign ID numbers, various records and such, data can all start joining together. And this allows you to more easily build reports or build other processes or write code to do certain things to update data. It's a very powerful thing that you just can't do in a spreadsheet. So that's really all I wanted to cover here is what exactly is Microsoft Access and why might you choose to use it?